Okay, finishing up number three that I didn't quite get done. Ran out of battery on my computer here. I did the totals for the board account on the A, B, C, and D. Finished the totals. I got C to be 72, just one more than A, so I think C wins that one. Then on the pairwise, I got A to win against B, A to beat C, but D beat A. And then C beats B, B beats D, and C beats D. So A has a couple wins but loses to D. C has a couple wins but loses to A. So it's unclear who the winner should be. You could argue a bunch of things right now. You could say, well, in the C won two and A won two and A won the head to head. But you could also, B could say, I beat D and D beat A, so I should win. So it's unclear who should be the winner in this one. And that's a real problem with pairwise. It often ends up unclear who should be the winner because of all the arguments you can make for this. So, anyway, moving along. Let's go to number 4. So, Alicia was going to take out a home loan. Is taking home $47,000 net annually. So the net annual income was D, so that's what goes there. Now, unlike the problems we did in the class a lot, I gave you the gross. So now we have to work backwards. If 21% of her gross is deductions, then she gets to take 81% home. If this is what she takes home, 0.81 times her gross, I'll call it G, is 47,000. Then to figure out what the gross is, I'm going to have to divide the 47,000 by 0.81. And at 0.89, excuse me, got to pay attention here. 79. Wow, I'm making a lot of mistakes here. Sorry. The changed, got the battery going here, but I'm not quite going right here. 21% from 100% is 79%, 0.79, 0.79. So I got to take 47%, or 47,000 divided by 0.79. 47,000 divided by 0.79 gives me 50, I think that was a gross annual income, yes, is 59,493.67. Okay, now if I divide that by 12, I get monthly gross. Let's see, what is her gross monthly is B. That's 4,957.81. Monthly gross. Annual gross. This is net annual. And now I got to get the monthly annual, which will be 47,000 divided by 12, which is 3916.67. Okay. C. D. Oh, I put C. What's her net monthly income? Net monthly. Oh, that should have been net monthly here should have been 3916.67. Got that in the wrong spot. So what's E supposed to be? I'll put E over here. What is the maximum she can owe for loans? Maximum for loans. That's going to be 20% of her net monthly. No, net annual. 20% of 47,000 is 9,400. And then F, total maximum total for payments on loans. That's 10% of the net monthly. So 10% of that would be 391.67. 0.1 times that. G, what is the maximum amount her mortgage payment could be according to the 30% rule? That's 30% of her monthly gross. So I got to take 4957.81 times 0.3, 1487, 34. Okay. G, H. How much are the monthly payments on the remodel loan? The remodel loan is $880. So now we got to figure out the monthly payments. So this is H. And so now we're into the payment schedule. So I got to find those formulas again here for you. H, the payment formula is this one. So it's the principal. So 8,800 times APR, and the APR on that was 7%, 0.07 over 12 to no power, over 1 minus parenthesis 1 plus 0.07 over 12 to the minus 12 times, how many years did they have to pay it off? Paying off the interest, 3 year. And that'll give the payment. So working that out, that would be 8800 parenthesis 0.07 divided by 12 close parenthesis divided by open parenthesis 1 minus open parenthesis 1 plus 0.07 divided by 12 close the parenthesis to the open parenthesis negative 12 times 3 close the parenthesis, close the parenthesis. Her payments on that remodel are $271.72 per month. So that's H. I is how much could she afford to borrow for the car? Okay, so she's already borrowed 8,800, and she can borrow a total of 9,400. So that means you can only borrow $600 towards a car, which isn't very much. Won't get much of a car for that. J, if the car loan for the above amount of 3% for 5 years, what would the payment be? So now we're going to use that same payment formula, but with some different information here. If she borrowed $600, not the 880, at 3%, 0.03 over 12 over 1 minus 1 plus 0.03 over 12 to the negative 12 times 5. That would be 600 parenthesis 0.03 close. Oop, not quite yet. Divided by. Ooh, okay. Divided by 12 close parenthesis. All divided by parenthesis 1 minus parenthesis 1 plus 0.03 divided by 12 close parenthesis to the parenthesis negative 12 times 5 close parenthesis. The car payment would be $10.78 a month. And could she afford that? She can have payments of $391.67. She's only got $271, so can't afford it too. Her big problem is the total amount. Okay, K. How large a mortgage, a 30-year mortgage, could she afford at 4.4% interest? Well, the payment's here, so now we got to work backwards and figure out the mortgage with some payment using this formula. Now the payment is the $1,487.34. Is that the right one? Yeah. So 1487.34 times 1 minus parenthesis 1 plus the APR is 4.4, 0.044 over 12 to the negative 12, let's see the formula, negative 12 times Y years, 30-year mortgage, divided by APR over N. So figuring out how much she can afford to have, push it over here so where you can see it. 1487.34 open parenthesis 1 minus parenthesis 1 plus 0.044 divided by 12, excuse me, to the parenthesis negative 12 times 30 close parenthesis, come down, close the parenthesis, divided by open parenthesis 0.044 divided by 12 close parenthesis. So she could afford a $297,000 mortgage. That's a pretty good size one. How much would the total cost of the mortgage be? Well, that's going to be 30 years times the payment amount, which is, move up out of the way here, times 1487.34, which is 1487.34 times 30-year mortgage. That's 360 payments. And I'm making a lot of mistakes here. It's been too long a day. 5, 3, 5, 4, 2, 4. Another mistake. 2, 40. So she'll pay that much for the almost 300,000. She'll pay 535,000. But let's see if the house value has gone up. So now we got a house that's going at 2.5% per year. So now we got to use the formula that shows how that's going to grow. and that would be per year. So we're going to put 1 in for the ends. So the value of the house will be the value that we put into it. She put in 297.16. That's how much she's borrowing against it. The value, that part of the house that she's buying on time, will turn into 1 plus 0.025 divided by 1 to the 1 times 30 years. And let's see how much that part of the house, that was down below where you couldn't see it. The value of the loan times 1 plus interest rate divided by 1 to the 1 times 30 is, if you put 12 in there, it's not going to be much difference, and I'm not going to worry too much about that. 297,016, parenthesis 1 plus 0.025, close parenthesis, to the 30. So the part of the house that you took the mortgage on is now worth $623.11, and you paid in the 30 years this amount, and the house is worth this amount. So the house is worth more than you paid for it. So you made some money on that part of the house that you took a loan on. Even though you paid a lot in interest, the house value went up more than the price of the interest, and so it makes sense to do that loan. Okay, that was kind of a long problem, and room for a lot of little errors in it. Okay, the final problem. A little bit easier, although these are not always straightforward. What state does, what party does it favor? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 A's. And see, this is 6 by 6, that's 36. 36 minus 22 is 14. So there's 14 B's. I should be able to count them. Favors A by quite a bit. Almost 2 to 1. 7 goes in there 3 times. 7 goes in there 3 to 2. Favor. So if we're going to divide this up, there should be more A's than B's if it was fair. But let's see. We can make it favor whatever we want. And I already did this, and so I kind of went by, okay, if I'm going to make A win, I would want to cluster B's together. So I think I chose to do these 6 B's, but you could do however you wanted to. And that would leave, if I take 6 of them out, there's only 8 left. And 8, if I have to make 6 of them, 5 of them could have, 4 of them could have 2 B's and 3 A's, and the rest could have 1 A and whatever. And so I divided it so that there was 6. I think I went like this to pick up a couple of B's this way with 4 A's. So A wins that one. B wins this one, and that's the only one I'm sacrificing to B, I hope. And let's see, if I do these 3 and these 3, that's another 1, 2, that's 5 A's to 1 B, so that's an A definite. And then if I do the bottom row, that's 5 A's to 1 B, so that's a definite A. And then if I take this way, I got 2 B's, so I got to pick up another A, and I could do this several ways. I'll just do it that way, and that'll be an A. And then we got 2 B's and 4 A's. That's another A. So A could win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 1. Now, could it be ever 6 to none? So that would mean for every 2 B's, there'd be 4 A's. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 districts, and I can't get 7. Now I could make 2 of them be ties with 3 and 3, and that would be 6, 8, 10, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And then it would be 3 and 3. If I worked at it that way, it'd give maybe a shot at winning all of them. This would be close districts, and they could spend a lot of money lobbying or campaigning in those districts. But that's not what I'm doing. So anyway, I think this is one way that A would for sure win 5 of them. All right. Now, if we wanted B to win, we would want to group A's together. And let's see. If B's got to win, we got to have 4 B's to 2 A's. So B could take 2, 4, that's 8 used up just winning 2 districts. And if I do another 4 to 2, that's 12 of them used up, and there's only 14, so they can win 3. It's 12, and there would be 2 left, and they were going to lose the rest of them. Now, let's see, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, and so they're going to lose the rest. Yeah. So the most B could get, because they don't have a lot to work with, is they could win 3 of them outright. That would use 12 of their 14. They have 2 left that they're going to lose. So they may want to just concentrate the 2 in those. But that's the idea. So if you went for B max, your max you're going to get is 3 that are complete wins. Now you might sacrifice and do 3 against 3 and another 3 against 3, and that might be the better option if you were doing the B redistricting. Then they could have the possibility of winning 4 of the 6 seats. Okay? I think you got the idea on how those work.